In all my days, never has a car girl approached me to make a design for her. Well, the day has arrived. This specific project was for Katie Ellery. Good friend, solid girl, top vibes. And the way that we designed this specific project for her was that, again, she's one of those influencer girls who is building a Porsche, and it's not one of your conventional Porsches. It's not a GT3 RS or things of that sort. She is truly, honestly, like when I talked to her for the first time ever, she's truly one of those people who has a passion for cars, and it's not just in it for the cloud. A little bit of history, she's a Porsche technician in somewhere in the California region. I keep forgetting, honestly. And she does more manual labor than I know most men will ever do. So I have to give her props over there. With regards to her passion for Porsche and her passion for actually racing, I believe she has 3 to 4 cars, and one of them is a Porsche 944. Honestly, I'll be very honest with you, as much as I love cars, I had never heard of the thing until before she brought it up to me. And she told me that she had bought, bring it in, water break guys. And she told me that she had bought a completely ruined and a rusted chassis which she wanted to build from the ground up. And I was like, okay, I admire the resolve, but it's gonna take a little bit of time and effort and everything, which I'm sure she's putting into it. With regards to the design at hand, I believe that she wants this specific car to be a race car for the track, and so we had to design it in accordance to that. So, as you know, with every project that we begin, we have a discovery phase where we just go through the keywords and everything that a client wants to just have on their car. We have them tell us 5 to 7 words that would describe their ideal design. And some of those words over here were angular, iconic, race car, head turner. Very classic, Katie, by the way. So we went from that, and then we had to extrapolate the data. And the ones that are in bold are the words that she told us, and the ones that are not in bold, the ones that are in like normal text, I believe, those are the words that we extrapolated from the information she gave us. And honestly, I believe this was a very strong base that we had established moving forward. Next, what we did was that we went and we made a mood board. A really quick mood board, which is super rough, and it's supposed to basically essentially give a feel of what the project is supposed to be. So we had her Porsche 944 right over here, front and center. And from day one, I believe she told us that she loved the Advan livery, like the ones on the R32, the ones with the black and the stripes and everything. She's like, I love that. I want that on my car. I'm like, I'll do that, but we'll do it in a different way that is not complete plagiarism. So yeah, moving forward, we ended up making a stylescape for her as well. Now you'll be asking, what the hell is a stylescape? Well, fear not, I'll explain. A stylescape is essentially a mood board but turned up on crack. What does that mean? Basically, it is diving very deep into what Katie wants, why she wants something, and how we're going to execute that. And for this specific stylescape, we call it Porsche Heritage, considering she works at Porsche and she has a Porsche and she wants a Porsche relevant design, yada yada. We kept her front and center. So over here in the middle, we have the character that is Katie herself. That's what she looks like for those of you guys who don't know. I believe it's @boosted Katie if you want to go and follow her. We had that, and then we also had the Advan livery that she was like raving on about. So we had to obviously keep those design elements front and center as well. Overall, very Porsche, very minimal, very clean, very race car. I like very much. The next sheet is where we essentially started to design and experiment with the different sort of geometries that go into creating a livery. First things first, we talked about what color scheme she wanted, and she wanted a very white and pink car. You know, she's just a girl. Essentially at the end of the day. So to appease her needs for being just a girl, we were like, okay, let's keep it pink, but let's keep it Porsche specific pink. So the color that we went with was Ruby Star. That was the Porsche pink that we were going to use. And she was like, okay, maybe I want a third color as well as an accent. So I was like, okay, let's add Signal Yellow, a very classic Porsche color as well, to the mix. So all the colors that we would be creating the livery for on this specific car were all Porsche specific colors. And I was like, okay, that's a very good nod back to the livery itself. Over here on the right, these are all the designs that we had experimented with regards to how the designs would flow along the lines of the car, because the front is very curved, but overall, when you move to the side and to the back, it's very boxy like an 80s car. So that was very interesting. And right in the middle, we have all the specific logos that would go on the car. My logo, obviously, FCP Euro, and I believe 1552 as well, which are all her sponsors. All in all, after lots of back and forth with Katie, this is the design that we came up with. I'll take you through the nitty-gritties. Right over here in the middle, we have her number plate over here, 626. I believe that's her birthday. And we designed that to be just like a bow so that we can hint to her feminine side as well. The white color, we use that as a base, and we had to go with the lines very similar to Advan, but we had to obviously make it our own. Over here in the front, we've also got those same lines that we've got on the side, but continuing onto the bumper side as well. And then for me personally, pop-ups on a car are very, very important, and I wanted to highlight that specific fact. Like, I would die on that hill if we didn't highlight the pop-ups. So I decided to carry two specific lines forward over here and just carry that same striped pattern onto the hood as well, so that it just seems all tied up together, and so that the pop-ups are also highlighted. Now, in one of the options that we were experimenting with, we only used the color pink and we didn't use signal yellow anywhere, and that was a bit too strong and a bit too jarring. So signal yellow had to be used as one of those accent colors somewhere in the middle, just to break up the design a little bit and to give it a little bit more life. And overall, we also added her sponsor logos everywhere. We even got the Porsche branding at the back in signal yellow. I believe it just lifted up the design by just 10 notches. And yeah, this is the design overall. I do want to know though, do you think that we nailed this design based on the brief that we were given, or could we have done something better? And yeah, based on that, I think we're done with this one. Peace, adios, goodbye.